mushroom roll-ups. Okay, so this is a recipe that's really popular in my extended family. It's my Aunt Jean's recipe. And for this recipe, she uses regular old white mushrooms she used to use. Now she's using cremini, the baby bellas. And it's funny because in the old day, the white ones were so expensive, but now they're so affordable and they work perfect here. So what you do is you take the mushrooms and you chop them real fine, or you can throw them in the food processor and just pulse them.
And zap them. Oh, great idea.
All right, so in this pan, yes, we like that. I've got mushrooms. This is a rather comforting dish. Mushrooms that I chopped up and cooked in a bunch of butter. It's very buttery. And mushrooms are mostly water, so they give off a ton of water, and then you cook them down until they get pretty dry like this. Now, my aunt, this is like a cream sauce. So we're gonna add a little bit of flour to my already cooked mushrooms, and we're gonna cook that up for like 3 minutes. I'm not gonna take the whole 3 minutes, but the point of cooking it up for 3 minutes is to lose that raw flour taste. It's like we're making a cream mushroom sauce. And then-
You're making your own cream and mushroom soup, like with a little less broth.
Right, correct. Oh, and let me mention that when I sauteed the mushrooms, there was salt in there. It's important to season as you go. So then I'm going to add some half and half. You could use heavy cream. If you really want to get decadent, you could go with 1%. You can use whatever you have. It's fine, because it's mainly about the mushrooms. You bring this up to a boil. You simmer it for a few minutes, again, to get rid of that raw flour taste.
Yeah,
and then,
the pasty taste. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye. And so then you end up with a filling that looks like this. It's really quite thick. But that is not all. According to my aunt, the most important ingredient is what I'm about to add, which are chopped fresh chives. So that goes in. And she's right. I agree with her. I won't tell you what I did. I tried to improve on this recipe. It was a terrible mistake. My aunt's recipe is so much better. Here goes some lemon juice to point the whole thing up, some pepper, and then you taste it, which is a lot of fun, and perhaps add a little more salt. And now we're good to go. However, I'd like to chill this a bit before I actually make the rolls, because it's quite creamy and loose and hard to deal with. So here I have some that I've just chilled for a little bit in the fridge. You see how much thicker it is? It's
it gets It's so much easier to work with.
Okay, now our bread. I am using thin sliced white sandwich bread. You could use whole wheat, you could use regular thickness. As I said, the whole grain doesn't roll out as well, so I wouldn't use that here. You only want to work with a few pieces at a time. I'm just going to take one even to show you the whole process, because it dries out. So the most important thing is that the bread be soft. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the crust, but I'm going to save them for crumbs later on. You could leave them on, but I'm trying to be true to Aunt Jean. I just pulverized this piece of bread. By the way, if you're doing, I do about 4 at a time. So I'd roll them all, and then I'd put the filling on quickly. And you can see it's set up nicely, so it's easier to work.
This is so brilliant. I'm just amazed. It's so brilliant.
Isn't it? I love it. Go, Aunt Jean. And then you moisten the edges, which makes it, glues it together. And then you roll it up tightly. So, wow, wasn't that hard? Now, one thing that's important, though, is when you get to the seam, press down hard to make sure you sealed it. And then you take the whole thing and you add it to its brethren, its fellow, mushroom rolls. And then you freeze it for about 30 minutes so you can cut them in half. So these guys have all been frozen for 30 minutes. You freeze them for 30 minutes so that they're easier to cut in half. And then you
so it
pop
sets. Sure.
Yes, exactly. Now, if you want, you can go further, and after they've been frozen, cut in half, throw them into some container in the freezer, and then just take them out as you need them and bake them off.
I just love this.
So here you go. Look at those guys. Aren't those yummy looking? And you can garnish them with a little chives.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and who doesn't love a mushroom? These are just great. So of course I have to eat one and tell you just how fantastic they are. It's buttery goodness. It's great to make.
I am so upset I can't eat that right now.